most dangerous neighborhoods in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Well, hello and welcome. Well, about 95% of the videos on this channel are just fun stuff, things to do, things to see, little nooks and crannies, some wonderful things about Albuquerque and New Mexico. But once in a while, I like to bring it back down to some important things. And today we're going to cover the top 5 most dangerous neighborhoods. And I'm going to travel to each one in succession. And I will mention the 10 through 6 here in a bit. But come along, let's check it out. Should be interesting. Now, some of the addresses may not mean a lot to people outside of Albuquerque, but I think it'll be interesting. Let's go. Here are the most dangerous neighborhoods in Albuquerque, New Mexico for 2023. These rankings are calculated based on the number of violent crimes per 100,000 people for each neighborhood compared to the Albuquerque violent crime average. Okay, here we are at our number 5 spot, Crestview Bluff Neighborhood Association. We are near Old Coors and Gonzales Street. But before we get out and explore this number 5 area, I'm going to do a mention of the 10 through 6. Number 10 is Grand Heights. They are 119% above the national Albuquerque average. They're between Coors and the river. Number 9 is Skyview West. They are 131% above the crime average. They are around west of Coors, between Bridge and Central. Number 8 is Loma del Rey. They are 132% of the national, or the Albuquerque average. They are around Montgomery, southeast of Montgomery in Wyoming. Number 7 is Enchanted Park. 137% above the Albuquerque crime average, and they're around southeast of Candelaria and Juan Tabo. And number 6 is Elder Homestead, which I don't think I've ever heard of. They're 167% above the average of Albuquerque crimes. They are northeast of Gibson and San Pedro. So let's start our top 5 list. Well, this is a pretty interesting neighborhood. They've got these 2-story homes right next to a cemetery. And the trailer park, and very eclectic neighborhood. What a view out your windows, huh? Right onto an old cemetery. Wow. That is wild view. I wonder if you get a discount for that. Now, it's kind of hard to see. I don't want to walk all the way through here. Got to get going to our next. But you can kind of see where it drops off there. That's why it's called the Bluff. See a little bit of a downtown there. And a nice view of the mountains. over the cemetery. Kind of creepy, but kind of peaceful at the same time. Okay, moving on to the number 4 spot. Let's go find it.
Welcome to Golden Pride. How can we help you?
Yeah, I'd like the number 8 and a small coffee.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Number 8 and a small coffee.
Okay, anything else?
That's it.
$1.29.
Oh yeah, had to stop for some nourishment. Running around, working hard. Okay, we are now at number 4 is Jackson area. Oh, right about southwest of Morris and Indian School. Now that name Jackson area may be familiar to you if you saw my video a while back. From the statistics back then, Jackson area was at the very top of well above the Albuquerque average crime. And I got a lot of flack because they said, it's a nice area in the Northeast. We're way on the other side of town now, by the way. But I'm just going by the stats. I'm going by what's been reported to law enforcement during 2023. It's the end of the year. So we're just going to walk around and drive around just to show you the area. Nice little alley there. It feels good to get out and walk. It's really warmed up by now. Yeah, I think a lot of the stats have to do with if you're close to apartment buildings or businesses. I don't know. I'm not an expert on that. But it is interesting. High crime areas are completely different than what you'd think. Gonna walk on out here to Indian School Road. Take a look. Some businesses down there on Eubank. Comfortable porch furniture there. Well, that's a quick look at Jackson area. And now we're going to move on to number 3 on the list of the top 5. Now you may be wondering what area I'm deciding to film in each area. Well, what I'm doing is, even though I know where each place is, I'm hitting the GPS, it kind of takes you right to about the center. So that's what I'm doing, trying to get a center of each area. So let's go. Whew, that was a long drive from our last point to here. We're now at number 3 on the list. But before we mention that and explore the area, something occurred to me from the last place we came from, Jackson area. And I did the video on that. I got, like I said, a lot of comments. One person called me a bozo. And he said, what do you mean that's the most dangerous area? And again, this is just from stats. And so I explained that to him. Have you ever been to the South Valley? Yeah, many times. Walked around, no problems. Have you ever been up to East Central? Well, yeah, I've done several videos up there. And I even lived in that area. And I was trying to remember, I think from 84 to around late 80s. So I lived there myself, walked around, bicycled around, back and forth, work. So I'm familiar with Albuquerque. I've lived here virtually all my life, other than a couple stints in Utah. But I'm an Albuquerquean, born and raised. So here we are, coming in at number 3 on the list. Is called Montgomery Heights. Montgomery Heights, which is near the road of, or the boulevard of Montgomery and Carlisle. Carlisle, I like to say. So we'll walk around this area, drive around, check it out. As you can see, the center of this neighborhood is mostly some nice, decent houses, decent people. Now, I don't know if I mentioned the percentage of the last place, Jackson area, but you can see it on my little stats insert. But that was 199% over the average. And here in Montgomery Heights is 208% over the average. So that's not good. It's not good. Oops, I think you left your wires exposed for a giant. All boarded up. What happened to Anthony Nieto? I don't know what happened. I'd really like to know. What happened, Dr. Nieto? All boarded up. Nice little building. There's a lot of new growth in Albuquerque, but sure is a lot of boarded up buildings at the same time. Well, that's it for this area. Let's move on to the number 2. Number 2 on the list. Don't jump ahead. Don't jump ahead. We're leaving here. We're going on to the next. We are now at number 2, and coming in at number 2 is La Mesa neighborhood near Lomas and east of Louisiana. I'm right at the edge of the neighborhood, right on Lomas. There's a bowling place and a lot of car dealerships. Tons of them. If you want a car, this is the place to go. Speeder. As you saw by that insert, this neighborhood, being number 2, is 230% above the Albuquerque crime average. So, kind of gives you an idea. That was what was reported so far in 23. Take a little walk around, a little drive around. Then we'll go to the last and the first, I should say. Beware of dog. Where's the little puppy? Come on, puppy. Oh, it got a Volkswagen in there, an old truck. Very cool. How beautiful are the Sandias? Snow covered, I love it, but I'm planning on actually going that way pretty soon. And I'm hoping I don't find any snowy roads. We'll find out. Stay tuned. Now that is a large wreath. Woohoo! Look at this cool yard with all the wheels, and there's an old water pump. So cool. Well, still in the La Mesa neighborhood. And now we're checking out Mesa Verde Park. Right smack in the middle here. Nice little community center over here. Big field. You know, driving to each one of these areas, as I'm getting closer and closer, I kind of go, yeah, this is probably not the, the richest and the safest area. Probably mostly at night, but this is a nice little park. We've got tennis courts, and there's a bunch of guys playing basketball down here. So you never know. I mean, you can't judge a book by its cover. But, it's the stats. And if you've noticed, I didn't mention what the crimes were. But when you say violent crimes, you mostly know what you're talking about. Well, that's going to do it for number 2. Finally, we're going to get to the number one of the top 5 most dangerous neighborhoods in Albuquerque, New Mexico, according to the stats. And before we get there, I just want to take this time to just thank you so much for viewing. Thank you so much for your comments, sharing the video. If you can find someone to share it to, I'd really appreciate that. And all the likes really help. It makes it look like someone's watching, and the YouTube algorithm suggests my video, which does my heart good. Then, of course, subscribe, which is really important. The more subscribers, more views. I might make a couple bucks for some gas. And if you can donate, I'd really appreciate it. Keep the channel going, but more than anything, I just really appreciate you. And I thank you so much for your faithful viewership and your friendship. I really do. I love this connection. So let's start our way to number 1. Well, before we leave, I saw this awesome little garden area, little corner here, and it's right across from a Presbyterian church. It's just a nice little area that you can kind of just walk around. There's a couple benches kind of chipped up and painted on, but it is number 2 in crime. I wonder if they included that as the crime, vandalism. Wow, look at the books. Very ornate. Little flyer. Poetry. I'll be darned. That's the poetry post. That's so cool. Kind of reminds me, I don't know if they have it anymore, but it used to be, you go to like your local convenience store, and they have these little plate that said, take a penny, leave a penny. That right there is take a poem, leave a poem. That's awesome. Woo, getting warm. Freezing 1 minute, boiling the next. Whew. McDonald's. What happened, McDonald's? Yes, we finally made it to the #1 spot, the most dangerous neighborhood, top 5 in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Oh my God.
Now I'm walking down here to this next street for a reason. It's kind of funny, kind of interesting to me at least. But this next street is called Alvarado. I was actually born on Alvarado Street on the south side of Manal. I don't know if this place is open, but I just walked by and it smells so good. I'm ready for lunch already. Just had breakfast. Ooh, it feels good to get out and walk, stretch the muscles. But this has been pretty exciting. I thought, just wanted to get out and do something different today. A lot of running around. Got to get some gas, make sure the car's ready to go. Might go on a little trip tomorrow. Just to get away from things, you know? Get away from this noise. Well, I'm here at Quigley Park, the actual city park, Quigley Park, not the neighborhood. Well, I'm right in the middle of the neighborhood. But what a great place to end this exciting video. I hope you thought it was exciting. I did. I thought it was enlightening, actually. But I think we did pretty good finding the locations we needed. And a good place to end the video, at a beautiful, friendly neighborhood park in the most dangerous neighborhood. Well, I don't know how it is at night or what kind of crimes are reported, but I would guess that a lot of these statistics are people coming into a neighborhood for some reason, or just going through, that have, I don't know, gotten into a home or something. But that's gonna do it. Let me know what you think. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you very, very soon. It's a little chilly in the shade, but out in the sun, it is so nice. Well, take care of yourself and those around you. Bye for now. I really appreciate you. Drink a cup of coffee.